Hi everyone, I'm Rob Ladd of the Cavalier Sports Report at Johnson County Community College. Last weekend, the women's soccer team advanced to 10-1 on the season, and a big part of their success is due to 2009 first-team all-conference performer Rachel Pride. Rachel, thanks for being on the show this morning.
Thank you.
And that's where you say, yeah, thank you. How's the season going so far for you guys? You obviously are 10-1. The only game you've lost is actually a rematch of last year's national championship. How do you feel like the team's playing right now?
We're playing really well. I love all the girls on the team, and we work really well together. And everyone just works really hard when they're on the field, so it's a really encouraging environment to be around.
Do you feel, I guess, where do you feel like the team maybe can improve the most? And sometimes it's kind of hard to gauge because you've had a couple games where you dominated Heston like 11-0. You knock out, I think, Coffeyville like 12-0. How do you aim to improve when sometimes you're winning so easily?
Yeah, we work really hard when we scrimmage against one another, so we challenge each other in our practices. And our coaches tell us that we can't take anything for granted. And like when we're at practice, our coach, he tells us that, you know, it doesn't matter what we did yesterday. Today's the day that we need to work hard and we need to prove ourselves again. So we do have a lot of games against teams that are not on the same playing field as us necessarily, but we just really push each other and work hard to perform on the days when we have a really big game like Barton or Hutcher and Butler, one of those.
Mm-hmm. Last year, you were a first-team all-conference performer. You were, I think, third on the team in both goals and assists, or maybe just points and goals. What did you strive to improve on the most during the off-season?
Well, I just worked on staying in shape, for sure. That's a big one. And this summer, we had a lot more pressure on our shoulders from getting second at nationals, and our coaches decided we needed to have an off-season workout, so just being dedicated to that and also winning balls out of the air is something that I'm not good at. Well, I'm getting better, I think. But yeah, last year when I played in the center midfield, it was like definitely something that I needed to improve on, and I knew that, so I worked on that.
So what did you do to practice getting better at that?
Well, we just had like soccer class and just playing here and there, and you know, just being conscious of it and working hard through it. I don't know. I didn't like do specific drills or anything like that, but just kind of attempting to improve while I was playing.
We'll step away from soccer for a moment. You are, I think, maybe one of maybe a few student athletes, and maybe there's more than I realize, that doesn't live kind of in the immediate Johnson County Overland Park area. You actually live a little ways away from school. How did you decide, I guess, to move away from campus, and how do you like it?
I live with 3 girls, and I lived with 2 of them last year, and when our lease went up, we just decided we were going to split up and kind of have 2 of us go this way and 2 of us go that way. And then we couldn't find a place to live around here that was like in our price range, and they needed 2 roommates. And so we were like, well, we might as well just continue to live together. We know that works. And I really love it. It's a drive of like 15 to 20 minutes, but it's kind of relaxing on the way to school, and I just really enjoy the area, and we have really great neighbors instead of living in an apartment complex, which I love. So,
what's your favorite part, I guess, about going to Johnson County and playing soccer?
Definitely my teammates, for sure, and my coaches. I just love the relationships that I have with them, and the fact that I get to know them and get to play with them is just really, really cool, because I probably wouldn't know them if I just went to school here, so I'm really thankful for that. And I do enjoy going to school at Johnson County too, because it's just a really good school, and I've not had a problem with any of my teachers, so that's a really good thing.
That is a good thing. That's something to be happy about. And we've had Coach Schwab on the show before, and he's obviously a pretty outgoing, charismatic guy. What's it like playing for him, and how do you think he's helped you improve your game?
What's it like playing for Schwab? He's a he can be difficult at times, but at the same time, he believes in us so much, and he really pushes us. And the thing that is the most difficult about it is that when he believes in you, he pushes you more and more. And so it's like, oh, when is he ever going to get off my back? But it's like he tells us the moment that I'm like not on your back is when I've given up on you. And so try to remember that. But yeah, he's a really good coach. He knows what he's talking about. And the minute that you actually do what he says, you're successful, and then you're like, dang, he was right again. So it's kind of just a funny situation.
Now, you've got a birthday coming up by the end of the month. Do you have any big PG-rated birthday plans?
I actually don't know what I'm going to do for my birthday because it's on a Tuesday, and we have regionals that weekend, and so I'm probably just going to have a family dinner and keep it low-key. I really don't have any idea, though. Maybe I'll have a surprise party. Who knows?
Yeah, that was kind of a trick question because on the 26th, according to your schedule, you have the first round of the regional tournament, which maybe is something you guys can get a buy-in if you win, I guess, or win out and are placed very highly. But you know, some people want to go out on midnight, the night before the birthday. So probably good for you to stay low key. But hopefully you can celebrate a victory later that day.
Yeah, that would be wonderful.
Rachel, thanks so much for being on the show this morning. Really appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you.
Make sure you keep an eye on the Johnson County Community College soccer team as they advance through the season, 10-1 so far, and nationally ranked the entire way through. This is Rachel Pride. I'm Rob Ladd. Thanks for joining us on the Cavalier Sports Report.